You said, quote, if General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler get the bailout that their chief executives asked for yesterday, you can kiss the American automotive industry goodbye. It won't go overnight, but its demise will be virtually guaranteed.
Well, that's exactly right.
Some even said we should let it die.
That's exactly what I said. Let Detroit go bankrupt.
With 1 million jobs at stake, I refused to let that happen.
The auto industry would have perhaps closed down. Millions of jobs would have been lost. Then the country would have been really in bad shape.
We bet on American workers. We bet on American ingenuity. And tonight, the American auto industry is back.
I don't understand why Mitt Romney would bet against the workers. I don't get it. We are the backbone of this nation.
I think if he had been president at the time, we would be in a depression. I think it's very scary to think of him being elected.
Let Detroit go bankrupt. Let Detroit go bankrupt. Let Detroit go bankrupt. And I will fight for right-to-work laws. And I will fight for right-to-work laws. And I will fight for right-to-work laws.
And my grandfather and father worked for his father. This man is today the greatest labor leader in the free world. I don't mean America, I mean the free world. He is on the clock each and every day fighting for middle-class America and workers' injustice globally. And trust me when I tell you this, every president, every congressman, foreign leaders, every foreign labor union always wants to know what Jim Hoffa is saying. So without further ado, our friend, our boss, the greatest labor leader in the free world today, James P. Hoffa.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? I've been to California, they're fired up. I've been to Ohio, they're fired up. We fired up here in Michigan? Yeah! 24 days. 24 days, that's all we got. We got a lot of work to do. We got a good crowd here, but we got to make sure that we go out and deliver. Wasn't that video something? No! That's what we're up against, guys. I'm glad they showed it. I might tell you about it, but when you see him say it, then there's no doubt about what we're up against. This guy's coming for us. He's got the stooge up in Lansing, part of his team. They're coming for us to take away our rights. And that's why we got to fire up. We got to vote like never before, and we got to make sure we got the power. What we got to do is to talk to everybody here. You're all committed. You're all committed to vote, but what we got to do is to make sure you get your wife, your aunt, your uncle. Everybody's got to vote. We got to multiply our numbers because this isn't enough. And you got to also start planning. What are we going to do on November 6th? You know, some places like Ohio, they got early voting. We don't have that here. Early voting is good. Over half the people have already voted. So you got to start planning. What the hell if it rains? What if I work late that day? What if I go there and there's long lines? Am I going to go home? The answer is you're going to stay in the line and you're going to vote. Is that right? That video is unbelievable because that tells it all. It's like that. You guys see that 47% video he did? Oh, yeah. That real dark room where he's kind of there talking to his billionaire buddies, and he says 47% of you think you're a bunch of victims. You won't take care of yourself. You won't take care of responsibility for your life. What I see is a bunch of hard-working Americans, all Teamsters in this room. We take responsibility. Is that right? We take responsibility. There's no doubt what you're coming for. He said it. Right, national right to work. They want to get rid of even the minimum wage. They want to have tax cuts for the rich. They want to go out and take away Social Security. They're talking about Social Security. They're talking about privatizing that, giving you a 401k. Anybody want a 401k when you get old? Hell no. Are you kidding me? That's what every employer tries to give you. What about Medicare? I got a lot of friends on Medicare. They like it the way it is. They want to privatize that and send you a voucher. No voucher. Let's keep it, right? Right. That's what we got to do. can't get rid of the inheritance tax. And you've seen what's going on in Ohio, you've seen it in Wisconsin, and worst of all was Indiana. In Indiana, before the Super Bowl, they've got a Republican House, Republican Senate, Republican governor. Before the Super Bowl, 1 week, they put through right to work, and now Indiana's a right to work. That's what he's talking about, and that's their plan for December of this year. Are we gonna let that happen? No! If we go out, if we pass 2, we stop it. That's why 2 is so important. 2 is where it's at. And you know, I want you to wear a button to work. When you go to work Monday, wear a button, because people are going to say, what the hell is that about? Well, what's 2? Because people don't know. They don't know like we know. They haven't been to this meeting. When you go to work, I want you to take some stickers here. I want you to put some Obama things up. We got to do that in every break room. We got to do it in every barn. We got to do it in every breakfast place. We got to do it everywhere. It's our job to educate people. It's our job to get the vote out. This is a big job. This is important. They got a plan for us. You know, when these billionaires and millionaires get together, they're dangerous. And we got one guy who owns a casino in Las Vegas. His name is Sheldon Adelson. This guy is going to put $100 million into this campaign for Republicans. That's what the Teamsters are going to spend. One guy. That's what's wrong with this system. They got something going right now. The billionaires, the Koch brothers, Karl Rove, all the people you read about, they got their fingers in everywhere. They're in California, they're in Wisconsin, they're in Michigan. They're putting money in here. This isn't just happening. This isn't a Michigan phenomenon. It's happening in California. It happens everywhere. They got a plan, a nationwide plan, and they're coming for us. That's what we've got to do. We've got to make sure we win this battle like never before. You know, Mitt Romney makes you so mad because he wrote an editorial in the New York Times. He said, let Detroit go bankrupt. He was talking about the auto industry, talking about our car haulers, talking about all the auto supply places. He let them go bankrupt. And now, you know, thank God we had Barack Obama that gave a loan to those big companies out there, General Motors and Chrysler. And we've got an auto industry that's making good cars right now. We are back, made in America by Americans. That's work to do here. But most of all, I'm going to take the time to go over the ballot with you because, you know, I'm an absentee ballot. I'm over 60 years old, so I sent the thing to my house. I was shocked what it looked like. And a lot of you maybe haven't seen it. We've got some things here. This is confusing. You know what? Look at that. Can you imagine walking into your polling place? It's raining outside, there's a big long line behind you. You kind of feel pressure, I always do. You walk into that thing, you close the screen or whatever you do today, and you go like, I gotta vote, and what do I vote? This isn't even on the front, it's on the back of the ballot. This is what mine looks like. Look at this thing. Confusing. I had to do a double take. You know how you're under, if there are people waiting, you think I gotta hurry up? Don't hurry up. Find the thing, find 2, and go right there. And I'm going to leave this here, show you around. And we got copies of this thing. This is confusing, and they did it on purpose. They did it so somebody's going to say, oh, that's too confusing, I'm going to get out of here. You go out, and what I'm going to do is vote straight Democrat, Obama, all of our other people, get that done. But in the back is what it talks about. You know, Obama's important, we got to get him in. He's a good man. And he needs 4 more years. But I'm going to tell you what, this is not about Obama. This is about you. Because they start taking right to work, a guy like this gets in there, you won't have to worry about Obama. You'll be worried about yourself. You'll be worried about your home, your family, your mortgage on your house. That's what you're going to be worried about. This is about you. It's not about Obama. We got to get Obama in, but we got to pass 2 to keep collective bargaining in Michigan. If we do those things, we will make sure we have a future not only for us, but for our children and our children's children. They're trying to steal our future right now. They're trying to have right to work. He wants to get rid of minimum wage. Next, they want to get rid of child labor. I'm telling you, they think that way. These people are crazy. And you got to get this up here, and I'm going to show you this. This shows you how confusing they've made this. And you got to hunt around here. We're saying 2, 4, and 6. But 2 is the one you got to find. And it's look how tiny little print. So wear your glasses that day. Wear your glasses, because it's confusing. But this is what they're doing to us. This is what they're trying to do to us. And you know, you get in there, and so I want to make sure everybody sees this. I'm going to be here, explain it. I'm going to leave this here. This is a copy of my ballot. But this is what we got to worry about. This is about voting. It's about participation and getting enough people to the polls. Now the UAW is doing it, we got UFCW doing it, we got every union doing it right now, and I want you to know from the international, we put $1 million into Michigan. We believe in fighting, we put our money where our mouth is. That's why we are going to win. But it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of determination. And I want you guys to start thinking about November 6th. Because it's going to be like a holy day. And you know what? Sometimes I've had guys say, well, they made me work late that day. It was raining. My wife had the dinner on. She kept on calling me on the cell phone. When are you coming home? Well, you know what? She should be in line with you. Make sure she goes too. Make sure your aunt, your uncle, grandpa, everybody's got to vote. And we multiply our numbers. And we really got something going on. I have never seen an issue more important. I've never seen people coming for us like that. And when you see this video, it makes you so mad that he's got the guts to stand up there and say, I'm taking away a dues check off. I'm taking away everything that we take for granted. He wants to get rid of Davis Bacon. He didn't say minimum wage, but he also wants to get rid of minimum wage. He wants to get rid of Social Security. He wants to get rid of Medicare, Medicaid, you name it. You know, he thinks that we're all a bunch of leeches. I don't see any leeches here. I see hardworking people. But he said we shouldn't get unemployment. We shouldn't, people when you're down on your luck, shouldn't get food stamps. I believe in an America that basically reaches out and helps people. Don't you? That's America. That's my America. That's America. That's what you care about. That's what we're about. That's what we're about. We make contact with our hands up. We help people up. We don't get them down. Reach out and pull people up. We have such an opportunity here. You know, I always talk about the power of people. Individually, what power do you have? You have anything. Individually, what power do I have? None. What do we have together? Look at this room here. When we pool our money, when we got the power of our numbers, when we have collective bargaining, when we have money in the bank, we got a PAC, we got organizations, we got reach out, we can send robocalls, we can do this, we can do that. That is a power that we have, and that's why they hate us. Because we stand up. We are the backbone of the progressive movement. We're the backbone of the Democratic Party. If it wasn't for us, there wouldn't be anything. And we've got to show big time on November 6th that we are Americans, we aren't going to be trifled with, we're going to keep our rights, we're going to kick their ass, and we're going to win November 6th. Yes, I'm
There is no disgrace.